The Webhacking.kr challenge that we're going to be doing today is going to be called NotSQL. So let's get started. So with this challenge, NotSQL, we see right away we get a board. So if we click hello world, we see no equals 1 and get hello world, and we get this cat gif. And we go on the second one, we get no equals 2. So you're thinking, oh, it might be SQL injection, but it says in the challenge NotSQL. So if we try like escapes and stuff like that, we could get 404 not found. So what does this happen? What's happening? So what I'll try doing next is viewing the source code. So what I'll do is probably just go back to what it was. Yeah. And then view page source. Where is this? It's view page source right here. And now see we have a bunch of source code right here. So we get view page source. And the thing that sticks out to me right away is this other view page, which is quick query. And it looks like there's some kind of filtering out of certain things. So what I'll try doing next is just grabbing this part right here and putting it inside this query right here. So we put this right there. We get must provide a query string. So I'll provide a string right now. So like 1, 2, 3. And we get message error, and then we get all of this, and we get GraphQL parse failed. So you start thinking in your head, oh, it's GraphQL. That's the thing we had to do. So that's the next thing I'm gonna try doing. So we go to GraphQL, and I go to Hack Tricks, which is a great learning tool just for, I guess, understanding how to hack certain things. And then the thing we want to do is just check out what GraphQL. So identify and expose the inclusion. These paths are recommended. So I don't think we need to try these paths, but the tool, which engine. So to check if a URL is a GraphQL service, a universal query can be sent. If the response includes data, query type, query, it confirms. So I guess we have to just try this query for the most part. Oh wait, so we have to try this query. So if we try copy this and put it inside here, we should get a response back. We get type name query, and then if we go back right here, we see if the response includes and confirms the URL hosts a GraphQL endpoint. And if we check right here, yep, this URL hosts a GraphQL endpoint. So what do we do next? So basic enumeration. GraphQL usually supports get or post requests and post JSON. Although for security, I recommend that you only use JSON to prevent CSRF. To use introspection to discover schemas, this field is available on the root type of all queries. So we try this query. You'll find all the name types of it being used. And then with this query, you can find extract all types and fields and arguments. This we how to query the database. So what I'm gonna try is just try this query. And it gives us all of this. Oh wait, query equals. So just take this off. We have all these values, but the next thing we want to try is, let's see if we could try this value. This seems to be more helpful, I think, with what it said. So we just try this. Now this has everything. So what do we want to do next? So what I want to do is inspect it, and then like because this is kind of ugly for the most part, but what I want to do is be able to check it in JSON view. So I'll go right here, and then we go to response, and then we see right here it's the response is JSON, but like right here it's all clunked up, and right here it gets us all things right here. So it's an object with different types of object types. And what are the different types? We have 15 different types, but the one I'm mostly interested is probably the user. Gives us an idea, and we could keep on clicking. We see user ID and then password. Then with password, we pass no args, and user ID, we don't pass no args. But if we check on query, we could keep on clicking on all of these. And I did this challenge beforehand before recording. If we click on query, we see we have query has 2 fields. One of the fields is view, and this view has no arguments. But we have a field called login, and then login has no arguments. But the thing that sticks out to me is this login field, because what we could do is try finding a way to log in inside, I guess, this query, because simply for this challenge all you need to do is simply log in, because we have a password, which I'm guessing is this, and then we have a login feature. So what I try doing next, for the most part, which helped me solve this challenge, is basically just by eliminating all of this, we could basically query out a login. So if we do equals query, and then if I do query, and then if I just wrap this login, and then if we wrap it right here and then include a password right here, Control C, we see right away that we solve this challenge. And then we get flag. I know how to use GraphQL. So I guess how does this work for the most part? So we check query right here. Go Control F. Query. All data types. I think this gives us a good example right here. So you could query, you can set the flags object composed by the name's values, and then you can get all the values of the flag query. So in this part, all we need to do was just, I set up the login right here. For the most part, I got the login value, and after that I set up a password, and that's where this area comes into play. And with this, I was able to log in because for the most part, I tried every other thing for the most part to log in. I tried, if I go back right here, and if I go to the other query that we have, login, and this is the password associated to it. I want to see if a test password works for the most part. No, wait, no, I don't think that'll work. It's the same value, yeah. Associated with it, yeah, data login, and then the login value, it gives us all of this at the end of it because that's associated with it. So I guess if we just change this one specific value, I'm pretty sure it won't work. Look up S. Yeah, we get cannot query field on type. Did you mean? And then it actually gives us like what we want to get. So if you just grab this and set it right here, I wonder if we do something like cannot query on type. So yeah, this even gives us a reference. So what if we just do this? So yeah, so for the most part, it's mostly like kind of like guessing where the query's at. So if you just go back right here, because if you see right here, there's a bunch of other things. For the most part, there was like, how do you know which one to choose? And that's mostly just use brute forcing your way through it, because if you can't really do anything with these, because if you grab this one, user ID, I don't think nothing would happen if you put user ID right here. Oh, see, like if you try user ID and log in with the user ID, it just gives you test user and admin. So that gives you an idea what the login thing does. And what if you tried this? 40. So we can't even query that thing out. So it's just pretty interesting for the most part. But yeah, that was it for this challenge. It was mostly, I guess, understanding if you see login, maybe you can pass in a value to the login feature. For the most part, because I guess the login, then I guess we're giving it like a legit password, and you just try it, which it wouldn't be too difficult, but I can see how someone could find it like a little bit challenging. If you click on clicking on all of these, nothing for the most part happens. Yeah, see, like if you keep on looking all of these, cache, nothing. Types, and there's different types, which is name. Name has multiple arguments. Fields. Scalar. Name. But yeah, that was about it for this challenge. It was mostly like just getting the login feature, and after that passing in the passwd inside here. So if we just look for passwd, which is name, passwd, right here, and then we get how to use GraphQL. Well, if you actually think about it, we're only given we have these names. We have this object of names, and then these object of names, we have two fields, which is user ID and then passwd. But we could query these out by using, we could query this field out. We could extract it. We could view it for the most part just by logging in. And if we log in and we enter another part of the query, for the most part, we could see that we could enter inside it. So I guess another thing we could try is and then type. This is just me experimenting. Type name. If you go right here, go with type. So we get an understanding of the schema for the most part. Oh, it's type. Types field name. So we just disconnect that. Control C. I just want to test it out. And yeah, this video is mostly over already. I just me testing out stuff right now. Inspect. We inspect it and we see it, and then request response. Get expecting, yeah. So that wasn't gonna work for the most part. Wait, what should I just do something like that? No, that's not gonna work. Yeah, it's not gonna work for the most part. But anyway, that was about it for this video, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.